Group 1. Quran Journal Sharing Session.
Alright. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Boleh ke tuan? Macam dah start dah Ikhwan tu. So what's the plan if Ikhwan can't share the screen? Is anybody ni prepare? Dah terkeluar dah pun. Ikhwan Haraja dah keluar. So apa plan group 1? So what's the plan group 1? Come on. So what's the plan B? The plan A is simply out of plan. So what's your plan B now? Oh, we let our session creak. Oh, what? Come on. No plan. Okay.
Sir, maybe I can start first.
Please, Daini. Okay, Daini. Okay, Daini started screen sharing.
Okay. So for
Before
today,
that, okay, proceed. Continue.
okay.
Open the terjemahan Al-Quran. So for us together, check. Go.
Okay, so for today, I want to present about Surah An-Naml 27, verse 27.
Wait. 27 An-Naml. And verse 27 as well. Okay, please.
All right. So from the translation in Bahasa Malay, it is said that ini adalah jawapan daripada Nabi Sulaiman dan baginda tidak terus percaya dengan kata hudhud dan baginda meminta dalil untuk memastikan bukti yang benar. Jadi di dalam hidup kita, jadi dekat dalam ayat ni saya ambil kata kunci saya sebagai bukti, iaitu apabila kita nak menyampaikan sesuatu benda tu, kita kena ada bukti. So bila kita tak faham ataupun kita tak tahu benda tu, kita kena rujuk orang yang lagi mengetahui lah, lagi faham, lagi fasih daripada kita untuk sebetul-betulnya memahami benda tu. So apa yang saya boleh pelajari daripada ayat ni ialah dalam pembelajaran kita pun sama juga konsep dia. Kalau kita macam kita belajar tapi macam just on the base, so macam kita tak faham pun yang selebihnya, kita kena rujuk orang lain. Kita kena cari contoh macam bukti tu, kita kena buktikan yang benda tu adalah betul. So kita kena rujuk lah macam lecturer ataupun rakan-rakan yang lagi fasih daripada kita, yang lagi mahir. So benda ni macam tak adalah kita akan macam mana kita percaya benda tu bulat-bulat tanpa kita sedar pun benda tu betul ataupun tidak.
Alright.
So itu saja daripada saya.
Okay, thank you Daini. Okay. Heba, from Daini's explanation, how many % you understand, Heba? Heba, are you here, Heba? Ya Heba, ya ukhti Heba. Dengar tak? You listening to us? You unmute Heba. You muted. Tak dengar. Okay lah, dia pun tak ada. How many percent? If say 100%, then kita tahulah dia ni langsung tak faham langsung bahasa Melayu lah. But if like me, like, if I heard my Filipino friend conversation, I can understand around 50 to 60%. Okay, continue Daini. Okay, the words that the keywords shared by Daini, we must refer. Yes, it's not only will stop when you become a student. Even like me right now, still referring. Because the bridge of the knowledge is always to refer. To get the knowledge, how? By reading or by referring and also asking. Okay, thank you Dani. Next, siapa lagi? Who's next?
Sir, I'll share the screen, sorry.
Okay, go Ikhwan. Where are you?
Sorry.
Ikhwan.
Sahabat Aina, Ikhwan.
My internet.
Your internet
No
Internet
worries,
tak,
no worries.
internet tak ramai
Tak ramai tapi ada.
Okay, good. Jangan langsung hilang. Alright.
Can you see
Yeah,
the
so,
screen?
yes, we
My
can
slide?
see it clearly. Wadi.
Alright.
One.
Okay, so for Nakli study today, I refer to Surah An-Nam, verse 27, which is
27 and 27 also,
yes.
27. Okay, so continue.
It means the surah means we will see whether you were truthful or were of the liars. So
Okay.
this surah is referred it's talk about the conversation of Sulaiman Prophet Sulaiman and burung hudhud. And then Prophet Sulaiman said that he will think carefully or think meticulously with either the things that burung hudhud tell him, is it true or lie? Okay, and then from this verse, I take the keyword of al-kadhibin, which means refer to liars or golongan yang berdusta. Okay, so from this verse, I also come out with hudan, which is hudan is referred to bersikap teliti or meticulous characteristic. So in this surah, Allah said that Allah give a hudan, okay, for us to be meticulous or to be more careful and not accept the news that we get blindly, membabi buta menerima berita.
Mengkhinzir buta.
Mengkhinzir buta. Maaf. Before we selidik, we try to research about that news lah. If either the news is true or not. Okay, so for the baina is we can see in this world now, there's a lot of medium of fitnah. Contohnya fitnah terbesar dalam zaman ni adalah telefon. Telefon boleh jadi fitnah terbesar. So what we can do is Furqan, for the Furqan, we need to first untuk relate balik dengan zaman sekarang, bila kita terima sesuatu berita tu, terutama daripada handphone, jangan terus sebar. Kita kena pastikan dia berita tu adalah sesuatu yang betul ataupun tidak dahulu. Sama ada sebelum kita terus sebarkan berita tu. Sebab apa? Kalau kita terus sebar tanpa mencari bukti kesahihan berita tu, boleh jadi kita ni termasuk dalam golongan yang berdosa, yakni al-kadhibin, kalau berita tu tak betul.
Okay.
Lepas tu, dan sekiranya kita macam tu juga dengan apabila kita ni sebagai student architecture dalam membuat design, kita perlulah bersikap telus dan teliti dalam sesuatu perkara tu. Sekiranya kita mencipta design kita secara sembrono tanpa membuat kajian, kita boleh dikira sebagai golongan yang berdusta lah dalam design. Kita tak kaji tapi kita just letak je. Tak research kita letak. So kita berdusta dan kita zalim. Maksudnya kita meletakkan sesuatu bukan pada tempatnya.
InsyaAllah.
Jadi itu je daripada saya.
Alright, thank you Puan Raisun Fazli for the sharing session. Okay, from explanation earlier, I can conclude we must say it tabayun. We must research first whatever things that we get, but be careful when the moment when you quote something like today is the biggest fitnah is the telephone, because in academic world, when we quote some word like that to some academician like me, Madam Syahla, Madam Yati, especially in postgraduate, they will ask you, siapa cakap tu? Who said that? Who said that? You give some general statement from anywhere, and then suddenly the panel will stop you. Siapa cakap tu? Who said? Then you have to cite. So that is why in academic world, if you want to explain anything, you want to quote anything, you must have a reference. You must cite, because normally today is very easy because you just cite everything from the Al-Quran and you just elaborate it. But if you want to add any other word out from this reference, you must cite from where. So that is why even earlier we can also tabayun, betul ke tak Ikhwan ni? Betul ke ni telefon ni fitnah? Siapa cakap ni? Okay. So that is for your knowledge. in future. Let's say you want to continue in your postgraduate, so be careful. Everything that you presenting to the panel must be from who, and then you just elaborate it. Then barulah orang percaya. Alright, continue. Next. After Ikhwan, who? Who's next? Your mother. Who's next? Your father.
So
Syafiq.
I will continue. I
Tafadhal ya
choose
Syafiq.
surah An-Naml ayat 1.
Good. 27:1. Alright.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tasin. Tilka ayatul Qur'an wa kitabim mubin. Okay, so daripada ayat ni pendek je. Okay, maksud dia Tasin, inilah ayat-ayat Al-Quran dan kitab yang jelas. Walaupun ayat ni pendek kan, kalau kita tengok betul-betul ayat dia kata inilah ayat-ayat Al-Quran dan kitab. Kenapa dia letak Al-Quran dan kitab? Jadi maksudnya ke sini, Al-Quran dan kitab tu adalah dua benda yang berbeza. Tapi dia letak huruf waw dalam kalimah ayat ni, iaitu waw tu dipanggil waw bayaniyah, iaitu dia untuk sambungan daripada potongan ayat yang sebelumnya. So dia guna waw ni untuk menjelaskan lagi. So dia cakap Al-Quran ni adalah kitab yang jelas. Okay, Al-Quran ni maksud dia adalah sesuatu yang dibaca dengan nyata dan juga bermaksud ianya diperdengarkan kepada orang lain. Sebab kalau kita tengok asal usul sebenarnya, Al-Quran ini diturunkan daripada Lauh Mahfuz, iaitu daripada Allah pada Nabi Muhammad. Dia bukan turun daripada macam satu buku, satu mashaf. Lepas sampai kat Nabi Muhammad akan baca ayat-ayat Al-Quran tu, dan sahabat-sahabatnya dengar pada ayat Al-Quran tu, barulah terciptanya mashaf, iaitu kitab Al-Quran. Kitab tu adalah sesuatu yang ditulis. So apa nak cakap, poin kat sini adalah ayat Al-Quran ni adalah kitab yang jelas lah, iaitu pedoman hidup dan berita gembira bagi orang mukmin. So kalau kita dalam design atau hidup seharian pada masalah apa-apa, jadi kita kena refer Al-Quran. Sebab itulah ada pedoman hidup untuk orang mukmin.
Alright.
Itu saja saya.
Okay, thank you Syafiq. This surah, this ayat is very good. I thought that Syafiq will share with us the code Jawi. I think later Madam Shala will explain to us what are the meaning of ta and sin, because they are code Jawi kan. Okay, so from Syafiq earlier, he shared together with us is the kandungan, the content of Al-Quran is most precise and more clear. Alright, continue. Next, siapa lagi? Thank you, Syafiq. Next.
It's me.
Yeah, Heba.
Yeah.
Oh, you listening, Heba. Earlier, I asked you. I don't know. You heard me.
Yeah, I heard you just saying that. Yeah.
Okay, so what's your answer? Earlier, siapa tadi? Daini explained to us about her sharing, her 27 in Malay. I want to ask you, in terms of percentage, from the whole explanation from Daini, how many percent you understand? How many percent you understand?
I don't know. I don't understand because they they speak continuously, so it's difficult to grab.
Oh, so I can say below 10% you understand, or 0%?
Maybe 0.
Okay, guys, we know that already. We must celebrate our international friend here. Kita kena cakap English.
But it's okay because
alright.
It's easier.
It's okay. We want to celebrate you, Haiba, because I used to be as a foreigner. I understand. If we stay together with a friend, but they all not celebrating me, I feel like, siapalah aku? Who am I here? Okay, continue, please.
Yeah, it's okay. So the verse, Surah 27, Ayah 1.
27 and 1, verse 1.
Right. These are the verses of the Quran, a book that makes things clear. Actually, if we look into Quran, we realize that Allah has mentioned that the Quran is kitabun mubin. in multiple surahs. So it's like it emphasizes that not to take excuses to like understand, you know, that it shouldn't be difficult as we might like imagine that the verses, as we might imagine it to be. Yeah, the verses are understandable by anyone looking to dig into knowledge provided in the Quran. Actually, it was interesting. I was discussing with a friend about the Quran, how it's actually like the Quran as a whole is a miracle. So yeah, so if we're looking at the Quran, it should be like our reference. So we born as Muslims, we're not using the Quran, and everything in the Quran is clear. Nothing is mysterious. But if we like if we I mean try to understand, but how we feel about non-Muslims or those who convert to Islam and having to understand the Quran, like it is much easier for us to understand than them. And the Quran is accessible by everyone. Everyone can read the Quran. Everyone can read the Quran. But it depends on you. Are you willing to understand or not? Some people are oblivious. So it's Kitab al-Mubin. It is clear book. So anyone can understand, but people like non-Muslims, they don't put the effort to try to understand. So we have to know that there are no excuses. That the Quran is a clear book, and it should be easy for us to refer to.
All right. Okay. Just all?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Heba. All right. So from Heba's explanation earlier, I also can remember last time the moment when I always listening and watching to the Dr. Zakir Naik's preach kan, dia punya speech. He said in order for Dr. Zakir Naik to convince people who are really like in doubt, doubtful with Al-Quran, he always came with a statement said, whatever things in Al-Quran, 80% is there. 80% is there. Only 20% is ambiguous. Means we can't see, because that is talking about the akhirah, the things that we can't see. But according to his statement, according to his belief, that if someone tell you about 80% is all there, is all correct, why don't you can trust this another 20%? Something like that. Okay, because that things we can still not yet been proved by science. But we do not know later, we do not know. But as of today, because the Quran is already 1,100 years, something like that. Last time, people keep on query. But after that, once when the time is going, okay, one by one, science has proved the thing has mentioned in the Al-Quran. But only up to today, only about 20%, the science still can't reach that level to prove whatever thing in Al-Quran, especially like things like the life after we die, kan? Alam akhirat, semua tu, the things science still can't reach that level. Okay, so please, thank you, Heba. Next, siapa? Who's next? Apa tu? Tengok skrin yang ada kuning. Halo. Ke dah habis dah? Takkan lah, dah habis. 1, 2, 3, 4. Baru 4. Siapa? Irfan. Okay, continue Irfan. Please.
So today I will talking about I will choose one of the surah from our tadabbur today, which Ubudiyah from chapter 27, surah An-Naml, verse 7.
Verse 7. Okay, this is new. Okay, so wait. 6, 7. Okay, go.
So maksud in Malay, ingatlah ketika Musa berkata kepada keluarganya, sesungguhnya aku melihat api, aku akan membawa kabar tentang itu kepadamu, atau aku akan membawa suluh api atau obor kepadamu agar kamu dapat memanaskan atau menghangatkan badan berdekatan api. So from this verse, the Hudan that I choose which is suluh api yang membawa suluh api obor kepadamu agar kamu dapat memanaskan. The keyword is memanaskan atau menghangatkan, which the comfort. So saya direferen kat sini daripada comfort tu, by night dia saya ambil stress issue. Berdasarkan apa yang kami tengah hadapi sekarang ni, which the design that we have been through about 3 weeks. So the final submission is today, and stress is issue. Sorry, from everyone. Some of them have stress doing the design because they don't know how to do the 3D and the rendering, something like that. So the thing is, the full coin. The last thing about the full coin is how we the different way of thinking. Means instead of we listening to the song when we are stressed, why not we don't we tell to our parent, so if they know the problem is there, and even the word is mean like macam insyaAllah boleh buat ni, so something like that. It's a doa from a parent, and Allah will accept it, easy to accept it. So that's all from me for today.
Okay, for today, for next day, still continue, Irfan.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you, Irfan. Okay, the words that attract me earlier from Irfan is stress. This is good to be elaborated and to be discussed. Okay, I want to hear your opinion. I refresh the stress lah. Stress is negative. Pressure, because I do believe you are now in a pressure, right? I think maybe since last week, maybe since last 2 weeks, but these 2 to 3 days, you feel the pressure. Okay, now I want to ask you all, is the pressure good or bad? Okay, if good, you can type chat 1. If bad, 2. Okay, come on. Cepat. Chat. Open the chat there. My question is, okay, 2, okay, 1, okay, semua dah faham lah tu kan, no need to repeat. Okay, 1, okay, good. Lagi, habis dah? Come on lah, aktif lah sikit. Okay, 2, ada 1, 2, 1. Okay, Irfan just mentioned 2. Okay, good. 1 is good, 2 is bad. Okay, so that's all. I can say majority said, ada lagi. Okay, majority said it's 1. Okay, it's good actually. Pressure is good. Don't say pressure is bad. Because by having a pressure, it will make us move. Just imagine, even now, you are now being pressured. And then, you've been pressured by us to do the 3D, to do the, and then you submit. Then if we, let's say we don't want to pressure you. You cannot do 3D. It's okay, no problem. Next year you also can submit. You don't know 3D. Okay lah, you cincai, conteng je lah. What happened? What's the input? What do you think? If we don't give you pressure like that. You cannot submit today. It's okay. You can submit anything, anytime you want. You can sleep today. So what's the effect to you? Okay, even now, me, Madam Shala, Madam Yati, we have the pressure. Okay, pressure is good. If let's say next time there are pressure for you, embrace it. This is my pressure. Then I will take that pressure and then I will move. Okay, apa lagi nak bagi contoh? Tak apalah, panjang nanti bagi contoh. Continue. I will explain. We will discuss about that later. About the pressure. Okay, next. Siapa? Habis dah ke? Ada lagi kan? Ke dah habis dah? Cukup dah? 5 orang. Enough? Ikhwan? Ilya.
Ada lagi, sir. Lagi.
Okay. Yeah.
I take surah verse 27, ayat 1. And
27,
then
1.
The keyword is inilah ayat-ayat Al-Quran dan kitab yang jelas.
Alright.
So the keyword is jelas or nyata, which I take that Al-Quran is the guidance that Allah have given to us for the umat akhir zaman, And then kita umat akhir zaman ni kita tak ada kita guidance kita adalah agama Islam, tapi kita sebagai umat akhir zaman ni kita tak pernah jumpa Nabi Muhammad, kita tak pernah jumpa Allah, kita tak tahu Allah, dan kita tak pernah tahu malaikat. Tapi macam mana kita boleh percaya pasal semua benda tu? So kita sebab kita ada guidance yang nyata dalam banyak-banyak guidance yang paling nyata adalah guidance daripada Al-Quran, sebab dia daripada dulu sampai sekarang dia tak berubah. So itulah yang saya dapat. So
so what?
Al-Quran tu is sebaik-baik penunjuk.
Masya-Allah.
And then I use it for Quran Journal.
Alright, thank you Ilya. Okay, so similar content, similar information with the previous. Siapa tadi? 27-1 Syafiq, Ibn Heba, kan? Al-Quran is clear, jelas, wordy, kan? Okay, ada lagi tak? Habis dah? Habis dah kan?
Dah.
Ni Faizah ada lagi ni. Orang ni.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So I choose surah 27 verse 27. Yang mana dekat sini bercakap tentang kebenaran dan orang-orang yang berdusta. So apa yang saya dapat daripada perkataan sehalus-halusnya tu, saya faham itu adalah sebuah ketelitian dan kebenaran. Jadi as we all know, in design studies, in our work will reflect who we are. So either we are the hardworking ones, or either we are the opposite ones. It will be reflected on the work that we, the outcome that we have, that we propose. So as today, the lecturers will evaluate the outcome of our design, and today is the examination day. So we have to plan and organize well before this day. We have to point out, jot down every single details that we want to present, so that we don't left out any points that is important. And also, usually during the presentation day, we usually also have a Q&A sessions from the lecturers or from the juries, evaluators. So we have to think carefully of what the answer that we want to give them.
MasyaAllah.
So insyaAllah, that's all for me.
Baik doktor. Okay doktor. My lecturer told me, Nas, you should like this, today in your exam day, you should like this, you should like this. Okay doktor, baik doktor. Amin. That's my doa. InsyaAllah soon will be a Dr. Faiza. Amin. Okay, ada lagi tak? Any other members still not yet presenting? Habis? Alia dah kan?
Alia.
Oh Alia. Berapa orang ni? 8 orang. Berapa orang ni? Macam ramai sangat group 1 ni. Okay, continue.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So I chose surah An-Naml verse 27. This the translation. Nabi Sulaiman berkata, kami akan fikirkan dengan sehalus-halusnya, adakah benar apa yang engkau katakan itu, ataupun engkau dari golongan yang berdusta. So the keyword from this ayah that I get, which is fikirkan sehalus-halusnya, or think
detailkan sehalus-halusnya. Right.
So if we want to know the right or wrong about something, we have to do research about that. So we cannot accept the things directly. So we have to make many research to confirm that the information that we get is true or wrong. So relate to our design that in every single thing in terms of materials or the height of the length of something, we have to think about it. Okay, I think that's all.
Okay, thank you Alia. Alia ni macam not really familiar with me. Macam how many weeks already? Or 4 weeks lah, this is the 4th week. Macam baru dengar nama Alia. This is the problem of online. Lagi-lagi if you are the the off camera tegar. So inilah masalah dia. Okay, so Alia is here. Okay, so I think that's all kan? Berapa orang? That's the last from the group 1 punya members. Okay, so the words shared by Alia earlier is detailing the details. Detailing. The detailer detailing the details. Engkau? Details detailed by the detailer. No. Banyak punya detail lah kau. Okay. Alright, so without further ado, I would like to invite maybe Madam Yati first. If you want to conclude anything, Madam Yati. Before I pass to Madam Shala. Madam Shala will conclude everything. Kak Yati, are you here? Okay, tak ada. Ada Kak Yati 1, Kak Yati 2, Kak Yati 3. Okay, tak ada. Okay, please, Madam Shala. I looking forward to hear the Tasin dulu, Kak Shala.
Tosin kan?
Tosin from the Kod Jawi.
Okay, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh everyone.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam, Madam.
Waalaikumsalam, Madam.
Okay, for today, alhamdulillah, everybody have shared your Quran journal, and we have got a lot. We are learning from everyone's understanding of what they got from their reference in the Quran, which is good. So basically, a lot of you shared 2 ayah, which is 27 ayah 27 and 27 ayah 1. And only Ifan and shared 27 ayah 27 ayah 7. So I'll go ahead with 27 ayah 27 first. 27 ayah 27, as we know, is the sunnah of Sulaiman and Hudhud. Sulaiman and Hudhud. Firstly, when we are referring to the Quran, we have to understand what is this ayah all about? What is the story behind it? What is the message that Allah wants to tell us? Then only we can relate with the current issue that we are facing, or the current problem that we're facing, so that we are able to then Furqan. So you must, because when we are referring to the Quran, we want to solve things that we are having in this world, or having in daily situation. We hope that the Quran will become our reference on how to deal with the everyday situation. So a lot of you have tried to come up with Hudan, Bainat and Furqan, which is good, and that is a start. So what? Just remember, Hudan, petunjuk tu is actually the ayah itself. It's the ayah as it is. You know, when just now Ikhwan shared Hudan, Bainat and Furqan, he actually did Furqan a few times because the Bainat is also Furqan, and the Furqan is also Furqan. So actually, I just want to clarify here. Hudan is actually the ayah. The actual ayah, that's the Hudan. And then Bainat is where we identify what is the problem that we're having nowadays. What is the problem that we're having nowadays in relation to that ayah. And then the final one is when the Furqan is when we make decision based on both, based on the Hudan and the Bainat. When we have evaluated the situation, the current situation that we're in, and referring to the Quran, so what is the decision that we're going to make? That is the Furqan. Understand? So Alhamdulillah, I've seen some of you guys had managed to do Hudan, Bainat and Furqan very well. Like for example, what Faiza has shared just now. That was well done. That was very well done. Where you understand the ayah, and you understand that the ayah is actually about Rasulullah, which is Nabi Sulaiman, checking in detail whether what he received from Hudhud is right or wrong. And Hudhud has to come up with all the correct evidence, the actual evidence that what he brought, or the news that he brought is the right one. So it's the role of Rasulullah to actually check. But the role of the ummah is to produce the actual evidence to the detail. So That is the hudan. But what is the current issue? The current issue that we'll deal in, like Faizah, she focuses on design. So in this situation today, today we are going to be checked as a, we are going to be checked. Our design is going to be checked. So as the ummah, we are going to have to produce our proof that what we have done is correct. What we have done is being researched properly. Yep. What we have done is very detailed. And also then only that is the situation is where we are going to deal with the today is the create session, and Furqan there we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare ourselves for us to be able to deal with this situation that we're in right now and to the detail. So the explanation has to be very clear like that, because we have to know the issue. So the Baina is where we identify the issue, and identify the issue or the problem that we're in, and then Furqan is where we make decision about that. Okay, so that is very important. And just now, Shafiq talked about Hudan Baina, the difference between Al-Quran and the Kitab. Actually now we know Al-Quran is actually a composition of Hudan, Baina and Furqan. The Kitab is actually the one who is only Hudan. Kitab is only Hudan. But Al-Quran comprises of 3, Hudan, Baina and Furqan. That's why there's a difference there. So just to clarify on what Shafiq has mentioned just now. So aside from that, everybody, a lot of you guys shared 27 ayah 7 ayah 1. 27 ayah 1, to sin, based on Kod Jawi. To is kaedah pengurusan, kaedah pengurusan or method of management. Sin is actually principle, principles in the Quran. Principle. What are your principles? So when we want to deal with, it's a method of management and also the principle that we need to have when we are doing the management and the method of management. So that's why when the Quran starts with Tawsin and it follows with the ayah 27, just for a moment. Surah ini adalah kitab ayat-ayat Al-Quran dan ayat-ayat kitab yang menjelaskan. So for us to be able to do the method of management and the principle that we need to have along with that, we need the Quran to do that. That's why it's followed by, ini adalah ayat-ayat Al-Quran yang kitab yang menjelaskan. Ayat Al-Quran dan kitab yang menjelaskan. Untuk kita I'm going to speak in Malay first so that you can understand better. Untuk kita membuat kaedah pengurusan yang baik, menggunakan prinsip yang baik, so itu perlu datang daripada Al-Quran. Nampak tak? Yang akan menjelaskan bagaimana kita nak melaksanakan kaedah pengurusan yang baik tu. Kalau tak, kita tak boleh buat pengurusan yang baik dan juga prinsip-prinsip yang baik tu tak ada pada kita. Kalau kita tidak ada Al-Quran yang menjelaskan tu. So for us to be able to do that, we have to realize the Quran. Al-Quran ni bukan hanya baca-baca tetapi perlu dilaksanakan. Okay, I'm going to translate that in English. For us to be able to manage, to do the method of management with the principles that is already in the Quran, so we need to refer to the Quran for us to be able to do a good management. And a good management with the proper principles, the source is actually from the Quran, and we have to realize it. Realize it is not just about reading, but it's actually to practice and to perform what is the principles that are in the Quran, so that we can do the best method of management. And this is for all of us. For all the students, it's about how to manage your time as a student, and as a student, as also your son or daughter to your families. And for us as the lecturers, as being a lecturer or father or mother, how do we do this method of management and the principles that we need to have if we don't have the Quran? It's going to be a problem for us to manage all this just with our head. But if we have the Quran, inshallah, Allah will guide us on how to deal with the situation, although we are in a stress situation. But if we have the Quran, Allah will guide us in the right way, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So, okay. just one last one, 27 ayat 7 is actually quite, that is ayat mutasyabihat, ayat mutasyabihat from the kisah of Nabi Musa. Ingatlah ketika, dan ingatlah Musa berkata kepada keluarganya, sesungguhnya aku melihat api, aku kelak akan bawa kepadamu kabar daripadanya, atau aku membawa kepadamu suluh api supaya kamu dapat berdiam memanaskan diri. Irfan talk about stress issue over here.
Yep.
So actually, I just want to know why Irfan, actually 27 and 7 is also mulkiyah for today. But when Irfan shared 7, is that your ubudiyah? Are you already on 7?
Yes,
Bulan pelaksanaan Irfan dah 7 ke?
Yes, because I continue it from previous semester.
I see. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Okay. This ayah is actually ayat mutasyabihat, cerita Nabi Musa. So from here, if you can see, it's actually about sungguh aku melihat api, aku kelak akan bawa kepadamu kabar daripadanya. When we talk about api ni, sebenarnya Nabi Musa mendapat ada Allah nak menyampaikan message ataupun nak menyampaikan message kepadanya. That's why dia pergi hala ke api tu untuk dia dapat kabar gembira daripada situ sebenarnya. Ini sebenarnya cerita ni agak tinggi. For you to relate it with stress, I think it's actually jauh sikit. I hope I can explain it further, but it's quite long to explain it here. InsyaAllah, if one day I will share with you, but I think today is not the right time because it needs a little bit of explanation. But for us to share, for today, I hope we can hold on to 27 and 27 first, and also 27 ayah 1, for us to deal with the situation of the day, because of the create session and so on. InsyaAllah, so I'll share with you again, Irfan, on this, and maybe one day with the rest of the class. So okay, Nash, sebab agak ayat ni sebenarnya tinggi sebab dia mutasyabihat sikit.
Tapi tadi bila Irfan kata from the 27, Irfan highlighted about the stress. Is it kena dengan ayat tu ataupun melencong?
Dia lari sikit sebenarnya.
Oh, lari.
It's a little bit it's actually not very on point in relation to this. That's why I think I need to explain it a bit more detail. But because we have create session, so we need to shorten the time. Now I'll try to explain it in other session, insyaAllah. Irfan?
Good.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Alright. Thank you, Madam Shala. Okay, even though the point is but we take the positive thing. We take the positive thing because Irfan did explain or raise about the stress and pressure. And guys, believe it or not, because of the pressure you are now here. Because of the pressure you success in your SPM, in PMR, in UPSR, in Tadika. Because of pressure you are here. Okay, that is why pressure is good. Okay, we will discuss about it later, Madam Syarahan. Okay.
Yes.
I open to the floor first. If any question, ada soalan tak? Tak ada? Okay. Madam Yati dah on dah. Tadi kita seru nama Madam Yati. Ada Kak Yati, any words? 1 or 2 pasal diorang punya Quran Journal tadi? Unmute.
Okay. Dr. Shala dah explain banyak lah kan. Just daripada conclusion, Quran as a reference for all of us. That we should refer to the Quran like Hebah said kan. Like brother Ronesh, I like brother Ronesh said just now about the citation from the Quran. That one. Okay, about the stress, pressure, and just now, very good lah kan, how you want to solve the problem, and we must refer to the Quran lah, insyaAllah.
InsyaAllah.
Okay.
Okay, Madam Yati, thank you, Madam Yati. Okay, so guys, with that, thank you very much for the very good sharing this morning before we start with our exam day. Okay, so as I announced in the WhatsApp group, we will divide this session into 2 groups. So later on, group 1 and 3, remain here, stay tuned, fasten your seatbelt here. But for the group 4, 5, and 6, we'll go to the room. I already opened the breakout room session. Go to the room 1, I think. Room 1 lah. Room 1. You can go to the room 1 together with Madam Yati. Your panel is Madam Yati and Madam 1. Since Madam 1 is still here, maybe those in the group later on you can record. You can record first. I'm not sure either Madam 1 can join in or not. But if Madam 1 not able to join, later she will evaluate you based on the recording session. Okay. All right. So number 1. Number 2, I already I also has shared with you the rubric. So we will mark you based on that rubric. That's all, as simple as that. So if I were you, I get that rubric. I always target how to get this excellent. So we just point. Guys, we want to be excellent. This is a group of, okay, we point this. Just throw away that poor, satisfied, fail, put it far away. Just put that excellent. So you have a target. Okay. Saya pun tak sabar lah kan, tak sabar. We are looking forward to see what's the product of First Aslantas. Okay, then Wali stay here. The rest can go to the room 1 kan. Okay, I will send Madam Yati and then you guys can follow her to the, mana Kak Yati ni, nama Kak Yati, Nur Hayati Ismail.
Nash.
Yeah, Kak Yati.
Sorry, the one said maybe 10:30 kot start.
Then macam mana? Up to your panel lah. Kalau Kak Yati nak start sama, if you want to start early, then you can start. Or if you want to wait for Madam 1 10:30, then proceed, no problem.
Then macam mana Madam 1 nak pergi ke room 1 tu?
Boleh je masuk sini, then I will assign her to room 1. Oh, you want to create your own room? Okay, no problem. Kak Yati kata nak keluar, nak create your own room, also no problem. But appoint them to record your session lah, because later on dia orang share lah dia punya comments. Boleh Kak Yati?
Tak apa ke one panel? Or nak nak tunggu Madam 1 ke? Macam mana tu?
Sama je macam last.
Boleh je Kak Yati nak terus.
Last sem, saya pernah saya buat seorang. Kak Syala dia tengah ni, then later on Kak Syala evaluate them based on the recording session. Depend.
Boleh.
Up to Kak Yati actually. If you want to go alone, Lone Ranger go. If you want to wait for Madam 1, also no problem. Depend on you. Depend on you. How?
Okay,
so what's your decision?
Masuk the room, nanti tanya Madam 1
Okay. Alright. Okay, so I'll send Madam Yati to room 1. Okay, so group 4 and 5 and 6, please. Haraja. Zahaba. Okay, dah kan? Okay, so group 4, 5 and 6, bagi saya 2 minit kejap nak pergi ambil air. We will start sama lah. Sama Kak Syala pun sama.
Betul. 5 minit boleh tak?
So we will start at 10:05. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Tak sabar nak tengok Baruk ni.